From cow to cradle, the science behind human and animal milks. Milk is one of nature's most remarkable inventions. It's the very first food any mammal ever tastes, from a human newborn in a hospital ward to a reindeer calf on the Arctic tundra. But milk is not the same for every species. Each type is a finely tuned biological formula, evolved over millions of years to meet the unique needs of that species, young. Today, we're going to explore how different edible milks, human, cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, camel, yak, mare, even reindeer, differ in their nutrition, composition, and purpose. And you'll see that milk is far more than white liquid. It's a blueprint for survival. Milk. More than just a drink. Milk is a complex 3-in-1 system. It is an emulsion of tiny fat droplets suspended in water, a colloidal suspension in which proteins, such as casein, and a solution containing dissolved lactose, minerals, vitamins, and enzymes. Beyond that, milk carries immune molecules, hormones, and even prebiotic sugars that feed beneficial gut bacteria. It's part nutrition, part medicine, and part growth formula, all rolled into one. Energy and macronutrient differences. Let's walk through the milk-produced species by species, because the numbers tell an incredible evolutionary story. Human milk is built for slow, steady growth and brain development, and contains 65 to 70 kilocalories per 100 grams, with only 1 to 1.3 grams of protein, 3.5 to 4.5 grams of fat, and a high 6.8 to 7.2 grams of lactose. That high sugar content is essential for brain fuel and for feeding the gut microbiome of infants. Cow milk, the global standard for dairy, has a similar calorie count, but a different balance. 3.2 to 3.5 grams of protein, 3.5 to 4 grams of fat, and slightly less lactose, around 4.6 to 4.8 grams. This formula helps calves double their body weight in just weeks. Goat milk is almost a twin to cow milk in calories and protein, but it has smaller fat globules and slightly less lactose, making it easier to digest for some people. Then we hit the richer milks. Sheep milk jumps up to 95 to 105 kilocalories. It's loaded with 5.4 to 6 grams of protein and 6.5 to 7.5 grams of fat. This high energy profile fuels lambs that can stand and run within hours of birth. Buffalo milk, popular in India and Italy, is similar, around 100 to 110 kilocalories, 4 to 4.5 grams of protein, and a rich 7 to 8 grams of fat. This is what makes buffalo mozzarella luxuriously smooth and indulgent. Camel milk, however, is in a moderation level, containing 60 to 70 kilocalories, 3 to 3.5 grams of protein, 3 to 4 grams of fat, 4.5 to 5 grams of lactose, and high vitamin C, an adaptation to desert environments. Yak milk, from the Himalayan highlands, is a powerhouse 110 to 130 kilocalories, with 5.5 to 6.5 grams of protein and 6.5 to 9 grams of fat. This makes the milk perfect for survival in a freezing and oxygen-thin climate. Mare's milk, from horses, is the opposite. It is light, sweet, and low in fat, with only 40 to 50 kilocalories. It's high in lactose, around 6 to 7 grams, giving foals quick energy for bursts of movement. And finally, reindeer milk, which has up to 150 to 160 kilocalories, 10 to 11 grams of protein, and 17 to 19 grams of fat in just 100 grams. That's dense survival fuel for calves born into Arctic blizzards. Protein structure and digestibility. It's not just how much protein is in the milk, it's what kind of protein. Human milk starts with a weight-to-casein ratio of about 60-40, which shifts toward 50-50 later. Whey proteins are easy to digest and have immune-boosting effects. Cow and buffalo milk have an approximately 80-20 kiss-into-whey ratio, producing firmer curds and higher cheese yields, but also slowing digestion. Goat milk contains less alpha-1 casein, so it forms softer curds, which some people find gentler on their stomach. Sheep and yak milk have a lot of casein, which is great for cheese making, but heavy in structure. Camel milk stands out as it lacks beta-lactoglobulin, a common allergen in cow milk, making it a possible alternative for people with cow milk sensitivities. But what is the significance of milk fat? Milk fat isn't just calories, it's texture, flavor, and fuel for the newborn brain. Goat and human milk have smaller fat globules, which makes them easier to emulsify and digest. Goat milk is rich in medium-chain triglycerides, fats that are metabolized quickly, useful for people with fat absorption issues. Sheep, buffalo and yak milks have more conjugated linoleic acid and omega-3 fatty acids, linked to cardiovascular benefits. Human milk is unique for its high content of DHA and arachidonic acid, essential for brain and vision development. How about reindeer milk? It's essentially Arctic butter in liquid form. You might have heard about carbohydrates and lactose intolerance in milk. Lactose, the milk sugar, varies widely. Human and mare's milk lead the pack, with around 6 to 7% lactose, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria and supports brain growth. Ruminant milks, cow, goat, sheep, and buffalo, hover around 4.4 to 4.8. Camel milk is similar, but with some unique oligosaccharides. Reindeer milk drops way down to about 2%, because in freezing climates, energy from fat is far more important than sugar. Minerals and vitamins in milk. Minerals are critical for bone and tissue growth. Sheep, buffalo, and yak milk are mineral-rich, especially in calcium and phosphorus, for rapid skeletal development. Human milk has less mineral by volume, but those minerals are highly Goat milk offers higher magnesium and potassium than cow milk. Immune and bioactive molecules. Milk is also a defense system. Human milk contains high levels of secretory lactoglobulin, lactoferrin, and lysozyme, all protecting infants from infections. Camel milk contains unusual nanobody-like immunoglobulins, being studied for antiviral and anti-cancer effects. In all species, colostrum, the first milk produced, is exceptionally rich in antibodies. In ruminants, it serves as the sole source of immune protection for newborns, as antibodies cannot cross the placenta before birth. Processing and sensory differences. Sheep and buffalo milk give exceptional cheese yields thanks to their high solids. Camel milk is more heat-sensitive during pasteurization, while buffalo milk can handle long boiling without breaking down. Flavor also varies. Goat milk has a goaty temp from certain fatty acids. Buffalo milk tastes creamy and mild. Sheep milk is sweet and nutty. And cow milk has a yellow tint from beta-carotene, whereas buffalo milk is pure white because it converts that pigment into vitamin A. But which milk is suitable for which purpose? For human infants, human milk is irreplaceable. Goat milk can be a gentler alternative for those sensitive to cow milk proteins. Sheep and buffalo milk are prized in gourmet cheese and yogurt. Camel milk is attracting attention as a functional food for conditions like diabetes. Mare's milk is still central to fermented drinks like kumis in Central Asia. Yak and reindeer milks remain essential survival foods for the cultures that depend on them. In a nutshell, milk is a living fluid, custom designed by nature for the needs of each species. Whether it's light and brain-focused like human milk, or rich and survival-driven like reindeer milk, each is a masterpiece of evolution. Understanding these differences not only deepens our appreciation of nature's design, it also opens up new possibilities for nutrition, medicine, and food innovation. If you found this video interesting, imagine what else nature has been hiding in plain sight. Milk is just the beginning. Every drop tells an evolutionary story. If you enjoyed learning about the science behind different species' milks, give this video a like, share it with someone curious, and subscribe for more deep dives into food, biology, and nutrition. And let me know in the comments which milk surprised you the most today.